Today's video will discuss a Copic technique I call reverse imaging. It's a blending technique, and I'm going to demonstrate the flicking technique, and I'm going to show you how with the colorless blender you can take a stamp image and get a reverse. Let's get started. I'm using the Neenah Classic Crest White. This is best for this type of imaging. And the flicking technique, I'm starting with my green, and at the edge of the paper I'm just starting, and as you can kind of see, I'm just flicking. Starting with a very light hand, just almost like jumping rope, just quick, quick, quick. That's the flicking. Now in this case, I'm going to make broader strokes, and then I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to do the other color on the opposite side. And at some point, these colors will blend. Again, it's a very light combination, starting at the edge of the paper, and flick, 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 flick. Just to jump ahead, this is what it looks like when I'm done. I do a couple times on each side, and now I'm ready to go ahead and put the colorless blender on. I take this, I saturate my stamp image, and I can just use my finger and just kind of rub that in. It will be very wet. I'm going to just tap that off to get rid of the excess because I don't want it to drip, but I want to keep it wet. So it's very wet. I have my image, and because the green on the grass goes on the bottom, I'm now just going to take my stamp image and stamp down. In all the places that the colorless blender goes, it will actually pull away the ink, and it will create an interesting watercolor effect. You can see now while it's wet the translucent quality of this. In a few moments you can see how it's getting deeper and deeper to the point where my image is starting to show more and more through. So that is a quick demonstration of how to flick with the markers, how to combine two very opposing colors by flicking in opposite directions, and how to do the reverse imaging, resulting in an interesting effect like this Father's Day card. I think this would work beautifully with floral images to give a real watercolor effect where you have a center flower with the dark and the outer edges lighter. Go ahead and give it a try. Leave me a comment on my blog if you've had success with this technique. Thanks for joining.